In ancient Japan, a warrior emerged. The ninja. Stoic and stealthy, this soldier lives his life undetectable and in the shadows. But who said a ninja had to be human? In the animal kingdom, there is also a special class of warriors. Sly, daring, and deadly. A perfect undercover soldier. From creeping crocs to lightning-fast leopards, leopard seals to cannibalistic squids. These animals may not be dressed in black, but they are true lethal weapons. This is World's Deadliest Animal Ninja Warriors. A ninja animal relies on an extraordinary set of skills to fight his enemies. Stealth, agility, patience, combat skills, and of course, speed. Equipped with an icy stare and nerves of steel, the peregrine falcon is a predator with legendary power. His name means wanderer, and it fits. This falcon travels long distances, flying over 15,000 miles per year looking for his next kill. An avid hunter, the peregrine falcon mostly targets other birds. It might seem like a lonely life, but this roving bird of prey is probably kept company by the fact that when he hunts, he's so damn good. His method is deadly precise, with eyesight 8 times better than humans. He can pinpoint prey almost 1,000 feet away in flight. He emits a menacing taunt. You might think that would spoil the surprise. But surprise isn't what this ninja warrior is about. Not when you have speed. Faster than any bird on Earth. He dives at 200 miles per hour, taking aim at his prey. The force of the body slam is enough to kill. Then he uses his dagger-like talons to bring the pigeon to the ground. But if the bird is still alive, one sharp peck can sever the spine and finish the job. If we're talking about ninja speed, no surprise, cheetah is top on the list. After all, he's the fastest animal on land, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. But it's not that simple. In fact, if the only thing this cat had going for it was raw speed, it might never catch a thing. Which is why, when it's time to hunt on the African plains, the cheetah relies on some other, slower evolutionary advantages. It starts with his eyesight. With long black marks that run from the inside edge of his eyes to his mouth, these tear lines mimic a rifle sight and help reflect the sun's glare. An estimated 2,000 spots, made of longer, finer hairs than the rest of the coat, break up the cheetah's outline, so when he starts to move, he can blend into the grass. And this is where the speed kicks in. But it's more than just quick legs. A super flexible spine allows for a massive 21-foot-long stride. He can change direction as fast as the fleeing prey by using his tail like a rudder. It normally takes the cheetah less than a minute to catch its prey. For this wildebeest, the end comes even quicker. Cheetahs can eat up to 30 pounds at a time, storing fat so it doesn't have to hunt again for days. And it stays hydrated by drinking its prey's blood. It's all part of the cheetah's superior, fast, furious, and lethal design. Cheetah, peregrine falcon. These are some of the fastest moving animals on Earth. But there are other animals whose ninja speed is seen in a different way. Take the black mamba. Sneaky, slithering, and reaching up to 14 feet. The mamba is quick, able to travel past 12 miles per hour, making him the fastest venomous snake in Africa. But the mamba mostly uses that speed to protect itself from a threat. To perform his lethal kills, he relies on a completely different type of speed. It starts with his quick-moving tongue, a rapid little appendage which he flicks to detect the scent of prey. When he's in range, he stops and waits for the rat with poor vision to mistakenly come to him. And that's when another speedy skill enters the equation. His strike. Which happens at lightning speed. But this warrior's real lethal power comes from something his victims can't even see. His swift-acting venom. This neurotoxin rapidly paralyzes and kills. Humans can die in 20 minutes. Sweet baby chicks, much, much faster. Inside this abandoned well lives a colony of nighttime assassins. Known as the myotis, or mouse-eared bat, these fanged creatures have just woken up from their daytime sleep. And when they wake up, it's time to eat. Each bat is a solo predator, striking out on his own. Underneath the tough but flexible wing skin is a layer of muscle, allowing the bat to rocket through the air, swiftly swoop, dive, and change directions as he hunts. And he does this fast. But what makes this speedy show even more amazing is that he isn't using his eyes to see. Contrary to popular belief, the bat is not blind, but he doesn't use his sight at night. Instead, he sends out high-pitched squeaks that bounce back at him, creating a sonic map of his surroundings. Known as echolocation, this helps him avoid obstacles, locate prey, and dive to grab it when moving over 18 miles per hour. When he's done, sated, he returns to his cave, the evidence of his kill streaming behind him. Ninja animals are black belts in the methods of covert craftiness. To kill, they must penetrate enemy lines, lurk in the shadows, and master the art of surprise. This is a crocodile, and it's his big day. He only eats about once a week, so he's got to make his hunt count. He heads out into the brackish waters with just one tactic in his toolkit. Whether a wildebeest, a boar, or even a barely there bird, this predator has mastered the skill of stealth. In fact, when hunting, almost every action this crocodile makes is to hide and disguise its deadly intentions. With little more than its eyes and nose visible, he lurks to avoid detection. He can sense prey from a distance by detecting the slightest movement in the water. On top of all that, he can hold his breath for more than an hour, which means of its jaws. He secures his prey. Stealth is not just efficient, but biologically vital. While a croc can swim at 20 miles per hour, it can only sustain that speed for short distances. Which means every time a croc launches out of the water, he has just one shot to grab his prey before his dinner escapes. So the stealth attack is his best chance of success. But grabbing large prey is only half the battle. The croc performs a death roll, turning and twisting in the water, drowning its prey, and tearing them into bite-sized pieces. All he has to do now is swallow. On the African plains, it's already hard enough to avoid getting killed by the big cats. They're fast, hungry, and aggressive. But this guy makes things even worse. He hunts from above. Most leopards use the ninja method of tanuki gakuri, the practice of climbing a tree and camouflaging oneself within the foliage. In fact, for the leopard, the tree is his castle. It's where he sleeps. It's where he gets his exercise. And It's where he sits silently scoping for prey. Using his curved ears to capture 5 times more sound waves than a human, they alert him to even the smallest sounds. And this leopard hears something. An impala. Quiet and calculating, his soft paws muffle his movements. And really, it's not quite fair. Because this guy has no idea he's supposed to look up. The kill comes with a strong bite to the neck. To protect his meal, the leopard drags the impala back to his tree perch before devouring it. Today, Tanuki Gakuri Agility is a key element to a ninja's success. It takes years of training to develop their nimble and aggressive moves. But these animals are born with it. Sometimes, agile warriors come in small, furry, weird packages. This tree dweller, called a tarsier, may look like the illegitimate love child of an owl and an Ewok. But don't let his looks deceive you. His gravity-defying aerial skills make him one of the most successful hunters in the animal world. Tarsiers are primates and related to humans. The resemblance is best seen in the animal's hands. But they have an appetite their cousins can't match. They are the only entirely carnivorous primate in the world. Which means to survive, a tarsier better be a good hunter. And that's where his agility comes in very handily. The tarsier's legs make up about 1/4 of the weight of their entire body. And the tarsal heel bone on their feet is so long, it gives the animal its name. Add in the long, tapered hands for gripping, and you have a predator capable of soaring over 16 feet from branch to branch. Hunting mainly at night, the tarsier uses mobile ears and extra-large eyes to spot prey. Once targeted, he waits for the right moment to make his deadly leap. He's not quite Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but he gets the job done. When it comes to a deadly predator, agility can take many frightening forms. Rapid moves, shape-shifting, sneak attacks. And in the deepest ocean, there's an animal who can accomplish all of the above, and a lot more. Meet the Humboldt squid, or as he's also known, the Red Devil. The name comes from their red color and their notoriously bad attitude. When threatened, he will lash out with swift and nimble ferocity, all tentacles and fury. And his agile aggression is excellent when hunting. At 100 pounds, this squid can eat pretty much all he wants. And he's highly skilled at grabbing what he needs. Using his tentacles like a whip, he sucks the meal into his razor-sharp beak. But it seems to save the worst of it for its own kind. Yes, these guys are cannibals. And it appears the bigger the squid, the more they like to attack and eat their own kind. Today, the squid is thwarted by a massive cannon shot of ink, which will probably just leave this hungry red devil ready to attack again. In the world of the ninja, patience is more than a virtue. It's the ultimate means to a kill and survival. These animals are living proof. When you imagine a watery ninja animal, you picture rapid-fire moves and amazing feats of acrobatic ability. Not this. Dotted with warts and covered in a layer of slime, this passive predator is a stonefish. The stonefish uses an attack tactic called Azura Kakuri. Translation, remaining motionless in order to appear like a rock. In other words, patience. It has two techniques to make it unnoticeable to prey: blending or burrowing. And then it waits. Just as quickly as it grabs a bite, the fish is back to its stone-like state, leaving no trace of its deadly deed, proving that for the stonefish, patience is the deadliest weapon of all. It's an average day in Antarctica for these penguins. Flapping, marching, and resting in the sub-zero temperature. But what these penguins don't know is they are being stalked. Underneath the ice, a patient predator waits for the penguins to make the wrong move. A lean, mean killing machine, this 840-pound leopard seal is an icy water bully. Second only to the killer whale among top Antarctic predators, leopard seals love to prey on penguins. But they have a problem. Leopard seals are excellent swimmers, but not as graceful on land, and the penguins like to stick to the ice. So the seal hangs back, keeping an eye out for his main course and waiting for the right moment. When a few brave souls go for a dip, he makes his move. He rockets forward at speeds of 24 miles per hour, barreling through the water, causing a sea of chaos, and then takes advantage of the bedlam. A massive 840 pounds. There's no way one penguin is going to be enough for this seal. so he heads back out to lurk and wait. Inside this cave in Puerto Rico live thousands of bats. Agile predators in their own right. Tonight, they are the hunted. Because when the sun sets, a slithering bat assassin emerges. The Puerto Rican boa. Welcome to the Cueva de los Culebrones, the cave of the long snake. Measuring 7 feet, the boas aren't venomous or particularly fast, but they are persistent. Aware that the bats need to hunt, the snakes set their trap, slithering up to the mouth of the cave and then uncoiling. Just 25% of the snake's body stays on the rock as they hunt by sense of touch. Which means, until a bat brushes up against them, these snakes are just hanging around. Eventually, an unfortunate bat will get too close to the snake's mouth. Using his strong muscles, the boa wraps his body around the bat twice and squeezes to kill. Then in true snake fashion, he eats his prey whole. Rarely has just hanging around looked so deadly. In the life and death struggles of animal ninjas, sometimes it comes down to the basics of lethal combat. And these warriors have a full set of skills at their disposal. In the vast landscapes of Australia lives a particular animal warrior, the kangaroo. But how does a big-eared, grass-eating, paunch-bellied animal qualify as a ninja? At 7 feet tall, kangaroos might be the largest martial artists in the world. And their secret weapon? A killer two-legged kick. Not that he could kick with one leg, even if he wanted to. A kangaroo's hind legs cannot move independently from one another. If one leg moves, the other goes with it, which is why they hop. Each hop can reach 25 feet, which allows them to get up to speeds of 35 miles per hour. But those legs can also pack a powerful punch when two male kangaroos get into it. And this happens a lot, because kangaroos are extremely territorial when it comes to the ladies. These male eastern greys are young, but one already thinks another is getting too close to his mate. Challenge accepted. Using their short arms to jab and punch, they try and rip each other's flesh with powerful, sharp claws. Soon it's time to unleash that lethal weapon. The force can kill the opponent. Today, another kangaroo breaks it up before things get carried away. But this fight probably isn't over. Breeding occurs all year, almost guaranteeing another martial arts battle. Not all ninja combat is hand-to-hand. Sometimes, a great martial arts fight is won with lethal weaponry. This animal warrior may not have nunchucks, but she's armed and dangerous. The ogre-faced spider is named appropriately. She comes from the family Deinopidae, which in Greek means terrible appearance. And with her ratty fur, fangs, and two big bulging eyes, she fits the bill for a child's nightmare monster. Because of her large eyes, the spider is sensitive to light. So she spends the day resting. But when the sun sets, this nocturnal ninja comes to life. Every night, the spider spins a new web of strong silk. Unlike most spiders, who set their net and wait for their prey, she uses her web to actively hunt. A black-headed sugar ant. With great balance and nimbleness, she hangs by several threads attached to surrounding foliage and prepares to make her quick and precise move. Her fangs release a toxic venom and paralyzes the ant. And when she finishes, she keeps on spinning, prepping her next deadly web until the sun rises. There are some animals out there so stealthy, so speedy, so agile, and so patient, they deserve the title of Ultimate Ninja. Jaws isn't a ninja movie, but it should be. Its star, the great white shark, is the ocean's ultimate warrior. Justifiably, it's the shark's mouth that gets most of the attention. 300 serrated teeth arranged in 7 deadly rows work together as a saw to rip prey apart. He has an estimated bite force of 4,000 pounds per square inch. That's more than a hyena, lion, and tiger bite combined. But a great white shark is more than a mouth. It possesses the full ninja arsenal. It hunts by stealth, moving quietly through the sea. Their white underbellies help them blend in from below. To find their prey, they're equipped with incredible skills. With a superhero sense of smell, the shark can sniff out a single drop of blood floating in 10 billion drops of water. Their other senses are also unbelievably powerful. Ear openings above their eyes that hear the tiniest of ripples. Eyes designed to see in daylight or night. And an amazing sixth sense, which allows the shark to detect an electric field. Today, all of these powers aid this shark in finding the perfect prey, a seal. Their torpedo-like shape and powerful tails help them swim at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. When the shark is ready to unleash its jaws, it leaps to snare the seal in midair. For this predator, being the ultimate ninja master of the ocean makes him a warrior you don't ever want to swim across. Our final ultimate ninja warrior isn't about lurking. When he gets down to his lethal work, he likes to put on a show. Olive baboons are highly adaptable. They live in wide-ranging environments, from forests to desert, and many places in between. Brave and brazen, he's not afraid to chase off this cheetah who is more than twice his size. They're able to succeed in such varied habitats because they can turn almost anything into a meal. And when they decide to move in for the kill, watch out. In Kenya, this olive baboon stealthily hides in the trees, patiently watching a majestic sight. Hundreds of flamingos resting at a watering hole. Some animals might join the birds and skim the water for the nutrient-rich compost that the flamingos leave. But that's not what this baboon wants. He's after something bigger. He explodes, running up to 30 miles per hour to reach the water. As the birds panic, they try to take flight, but they are no match for the baboon's amazingly agile moves. A leap and success. Now that the show's over, this brave and nimble ninja sits down for a feast. From flying monkeys to patient seals, speedy snakes to stealthy cats, these daring, dexterous animal warriors might just be nature's most skilled ninjas. And their victims never saw it coming.